Welcome to Cougan's Corner. It's good to see all of you. I know it's a lot of things going on right now with the coronavirus, and every day through my Facebook feed and everything like that, just one after another talking about this. And of course, you know, not really the best news in the world, but one highlight that I found out, and I kind of missed it until last night, and that is that Apple finally made their announcement for some of their new products. And I want to talk about some of those things because it's been a while since I've been excited about a new product. Now there's a MacBook Air as well, but the main thing I want to talk about in this video is I want to talk about the new iPad Pro that's going to be coming out. In fact, you can go ahead and order it right now if you would like. And it has a bunch of the different features that are on it. Now I will say this, that if you have the 2018 iPad, there's not a huge amount of difference between it. They look very similar, the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch. Those are all very similar. And so you're not going to really reap a lot of benefits from upgrading unless you're really interested in getting the new camera and the augmented reality that's supposed to be put into it. And so there are some things, I guess, that might make it worthwhile. It has a little bit faster speed. But there's something that's really interesting, and that is the new Magic keyboard. But that's not going to be available until May. But I'll show you some of the things on that, and that looks kind of interesting, but it is also pretty expensive. But the new Magic keyboard will work on your 2018 iPad Pro. Now for me, it's going to be a big upgrade, and you can get the new iPad Pro on next Wednesday. It'll be able to be shipped to your house, and then you can play with it. So that'll give me something to do during this time, during isolation and trying to stay away from everybody to slow the spread of this coronavirus. It's going to be a big upgrade for me though, because I'm still using the original iPad Pro, the 9.7-inch model. And so I'm kind of looking forward to being able to play with the new device and have the little bit bigger screen and all these different things. So let's look at this video that they put out. One of the biggest changes you see is the new camera layout. And then they start bragging also about how, you know, this is not really a computer, but then again, it's not like a computer like you've ever used. And they start talking about how the thing is faster. It's got the new A12Z chip, which is just a little bit faster than the other one. Of course, the iPad Pro is very fast to begin with. And of course, they'll be able to have better gameplay. Of course, a lot of people that have made the games have not really made games that really pushed the iPad Pro to its limits. So it's going to kind of be future-proof for quite some time for this device. Next, we see them talking about the cameras in the video. They're breaking it down. They're showing how there's a wide and there's an ultra wide, and you'll be able to utilize that. And then there's a LiDAR scanner. This is for augmented reality, and it makes it to where you can look in your house and scan things in, put furniture in to see what it looks like. Of course, there's still a long ways to go with this augmented reality. There's still a lot of software that needs to be updated to really make use of that. So we'll have to see what the future holds on the software for that, whether it's going to be something that is going to be that great at this time. It may be something that's really important in the future, but as of right now, it's still kind of in the early stages of things. Next, it talks about the new Magic keyboard. This is something that I'm really looking forward to. As you can see, it has a trackpad. It also has backlighting on the keyboard. There's also a pass-through port on the back of the keyboard that allow you to charge your iPad through it. And I'm guessing leaving the other C port open so that you can plug something into it at the same time. That will certainly be a nice feature. And I like how this thing just kind of floats up there. I think it will be an improvement, but like I said, it really comes at a high price. So the pricing on it is fairly high, but it goes up higher for the bigger iPad Pro. But I think it'll be interesting to see how well it works. And I like the fact that it has the new mouse capabilities, and you can use the trackpad. And as you will see, there'll be a little cursor that they're going to be using to make it to where you can do different things, where it's kind of not in the way of what you normally do. You can still use the things you want to do on the touch screen, but at the same time, you're going to be able to work with databases and do different things of selecting things like you normally would with the mouse. Now, if you really think about this, the new MacBook Air that's coming out, that they've redesigned, they've put more storage on it, and it's coming out at $999. It's actually going to be cheaper for that unit than if you deck this iPad Pro out with everything that you need, including the keyboard. It's going to be more expensive than it. So you have to really figure out which one do you want and which one is going to work well for you. So these are some decisions that you're going to have to figure out as far as pricing goes. And of course, it still has the iPad Pencil. It's going to be the same as for the 2018 model, and you can do all the different things that you can do with it. And so there's not a whole lot new that's going on with that. And of course, when it comes to the iOS, there's certainly going to be improvements that are made with it, but there's still some of the same old features that we're used to, doing screenshots and different things like that. And so that is going to be interesting on what they do with the future iOS. There's been all kinds of things that have been looked at and in the code of the iOS 14 whenever it finally comes out. And so I'm really liking how that they're really transforming this new iPad, and of course you can do this with the 2018 and some of the older ones as well, but I'm liking how they're converting it to where it's more useful for all of us to be able to get more things done than we did before. And so it makes it kind of a competition between that and the MacBook Air, which I personally have never owned, but I know some of you out there are big fans of it. As you see on the screen, there's some of the same features that they had with the 2018. Industry leading color accuracy, has 120 megahertz ProMotion, 600 nits of brightness, ultra low reflectivity, true tone, and also the P3 wide color gamut. We have the new camera layout, the ultra wide and the regular. But another thing you'll see, besides having a light and having that new LiDAR feature, there is a new microphone. This microphone is supposed to be a whole lot better, make it to where you can just use it to record your videos or the audio for your videos, and it's going to give you a real professional sound. It'll be interesting to see how well that works. They also upgraded the Wi-Fi to work with Wi-Fi 6, but I don't even have a new Wi-Fi 6 router, so that doesn't really affect me, but at least it's prepared and ready for whenever everything begins to transform over to Wi-Fi 6. You have to be careful whenever you're ordering this, because whenever I was going through the list of looking at what to purchase, one of the things I discovered is that they have the old iPad keyboard and they're trying to sell it as an accessory for the new 2020, which it can be used for that, but I was a little confused when I first saw that and thought maybe it was the new Magic keyboard, but it is not. So again, that's not going to be available to order till later, and it'll come out in May. So what do you think about all of these things that we have learned about the new iPad Pro? Of course, we're not getting the mini LED or anything like that to make the screen better, but I mean, the thing looks fantastic to begin with. And so I'm excited to get it next Wednesday. When I get it, I'm going to do another video and I will share with you what I've learned about this new model. I personally didn't go with the standard Apple cover. I don't like spending 80 bucks for the cover that they have. And also I plan on getting this keyboard that's coming out later because it looks like it will work really well with this unit. Instead, what I did is I went on to Amazon, and I'll put a link down below which one I got. I just got a cheap cover to put on it until that other keyboard comes in May. So I hope everyone enjoys this video and hope you're excited about this new product, or maybe you're excited about the new MacBook Air. They didn't even do a video on it, so they're not really all that excited about it either. But anyway, I hope everyone stays safe, and I hope that you're able to keep from getting the virus that's going around, and I'll be glad when this whole mess is over. I hope you have a great day.